Welcome to lab number 3, and in this lab we will introduce you to the total station. So this video will help you to understand different parts and components of the total station, and hopefully this video will help you to solve the quiz that is included in the lab assignments of this module. So in this video I'll describe the main components and functions of the total station. And in the next two videos, you'll learn about how to set up the total station and how can you take the angle and distance measurement. So what is total station? Well, total station is a combination of three different instruments, okay? So those instruments are, number one is a theodolite, which is an angle measuring device, okay? So this thing measures the angles. And the next one is the EDM, or the electronic distance measurement. So the total station can measure the distance electronically. And last one, it has onboard computing and storage capability. So it records the data points, right? And it can store all the data points, and also you can retrieve those data points to a PC or Mac or whatever it is. So it is same as the traditional theodolite, but it is way more advanced. And it has a built-in EDM, so it helps us to measure the distance wirelessly. So it throws away the laser, and we have this prism or the reflector. It has the mirror, so the light strikes this mirror, it bounces back, and we know that speed of light equals to distance by time. So we know the speed of light, and it calculates the time, right? So distance equals to c times t. Okay, this is how it calculates the distance. And lastly, as we discussed, it has onboard computing and storage. So you don't need to record the data on your fieldbook. It can store the data for you, and it records that in a memory device, and you can later retrieve that and transfer those data points to your PC. Also, it comes with accessories like prism. So this is a prism, which consists of a mirror, and it has a prism stand, and it also comes with a tripod. And usually you get this thing in a box, and if you open that box, then you get different components, right? So this is our total station, battery, charger, prisms, and lots of other stuffs. And the total station that we are going to use in our lab is Leica Builder 505. So these two are the views, the front and the back views of the total station. So let's discuss about different parts, okay? So the first thing that is visible here is the telescope, right? So this is the telescope. It's like a telescope that you can use to see objects, right? So telescope have different parts. The first one is called the collimator, okay? And this collimator is used for preliminary sighting, okay? It just gives us the initial sight. So the collimator doesn't give us, so the collimator, it does not give us the final sight, okay? The final sighting. It just gives us the initial sight, okay? And then we have this focusing ring. So if you turn this ring, the big one, then it helps to focus the object. It works in a similar way like binoculars, okay? The third one is the eyepiece ring, the smaller one. You know, the smaller one is the eyepiece ring, and you use that to make the crosshair visible, right? If you look through the telescope, then you see a crosshair like this, and if you turn this screw, then the crosshair becomes more visible. So let's see this side. So this is called the objective. So it's actually the telescope lens, and it's not a ring, okay? So you can't turn this thing, okay? It is fixed. So this thing is fixed. So let's see the base part, the bottom part. So to make it easy, I've divided this into like top part, right? The telescope, and the bottom part. So here we have foot screws. So there are screws right here, and you use that to level the instrument, okay? So we use that to level the instrument. It means that, you know, the instrument should be perfectly level. So if it is like this, then it is tilted, right? So we need to make this perfectly leveled. And then let's see the front view, and here we see this horizontal bubble. So this bubble, so it's like a bubble, right? And you'll see this in our next lab, and I'll show you this thing again. So it's called the bubble, and we use this for the horizontal leveling, okay? So we use this bubble in a horizontal position, right? The horizontal position, and we use this to level the instrument, right? Horizontal leveling. So we have two screws here, the horizontal drive and the vertical drive. So you turn this this drives or the screws to move the crosshair very slowly. So when you look through the telescope, you see like this, okay? And let's say you wanna sight this house, okay? So if you turn this, then this crosshair slowly moves horizontally, and if you turn this thing, okay, if you turn this, then the crosshair moves either up or down, okay? So these are the horizontal drive and the vertical drive. So fine tuning, horizontal sighting, and this one is for fine tuning vertical sighting. And again, it doesn't make sense for you guys like me explaining you here, and we'll do that. We'll do this thing. We'll have a hands-on of the total station in our next lab, okay, for you guys. Let's see miscellaneous. So this is the handle, okay, this is the handle, and this is the battery compartment. This is the on and off key, right? This one is our display. So that's all about the introduction to the total station and its different components. So the next two video will talk about the process to set up the total station and how to take the readings. So watch those videos, and it will help you to do the lab assignment, and we'll have a full hands-on of this total station in our next lab for you guys. Thank you.